The Millfield Murders, Chapter 1. The woods. Found. The sun was setting over the dense woods of Millfield, Indiana, casting long shadows across the ground. A group of hikers enjoying the cool autumn air stumbled upon a horrific discovery. Under a pile of fallen leaves lay the body of a young woman. Her hands were bound with rope, and there was a deep gash in her throat. The hikers, trembling in terror, called the police. Detective Sarah Thompson, a seasoned investigator with a keen eye, arrived on the scene. The victim was identified as Emily Carter, a 24-year-old local woman who had been missing for 3 months. Emily was known for her love of adventure and often hiked the trails where she was found dead. But one detail caught Sarah's attention. The silver locket, a family heirloom that Emily always wore, was missing. As Sarah examined the crime scene, she noticed the neatness of the wound and the lack of signs of a struggle. This was not a spontaneous act. The killer acted coldly and methodically. Chapter 2. The second victim. 2 weeks later, while the city was still reeling from Emily's death, a second body was found. Mark Davis, a 32-year-old jogger, went missing after an evening jog. He was found in a remote part of Riverside Park, tied up with his throat slit just like Emily. The watch his wife had given him was missing. The similarities between the crimes were obvious. Sarah gathered her team and announced, "We have 2 victims, both found in wooded areas, both with slit throats and personal belongings missing. We need to find a connection." After hours of examining the evidence, they discovered that Emily and Mark had been spotted in the area of Riverside Park shortly before their disappearances. The park was a favorite hangout for locals. Sarah decided to focus her investigation there. Chapter 3. Night Stakeout. To catch the killer, Sarah set up surveillance in the park. She and her team took turns, hoping to spot something suspicious. One night, while sitting in her car with a cup of coffee, Sarah saw a dark figure at the entrance to the park. The man moved stealthily, watching passers-by. Sarah slipped out of the car and followed him, trying not to give herself away. But as she turned the corner, she lost sight of him. The figure disappeared into the darkness. Disappointed, she returned to the station and reviewed the security footage, but it did not cover the area she needed. She felt like she was chasing a ghost. Chapter 4. The third victim. The killer struck again. This time, 17-year-old Lisa Nguyen, a bright schoolgirl who was walking home, disappeared. 3 days later, her body was found in the woods with the same markings, tied up, her throat cut, and missing the bracelet her boyfriend had given her. Millfield was in a panic. Parents kept their children indoors, and the streets were empty after sunset. The pressure on the police was growing, and Sarah knew she couldn't wait. She decided to re-interview the witnesses and review all the evidence. Chapter 5. The Breakthrough. The breakthrough came when Sarah found the missing witness. Mrs. Jenkins, an elderly woman who lived near the park, said she had seen a strange man the night Lisa disappeared. She described him as tall, with dark hair and a noticeable limp. Sarah showed Mrs. Jenkins the photographs, and she pointed to Robert Klein, a local businessman and philanthropist well respected in the community. It seemed incredible, but Sarah decided to dig deeper. Chapter 6. Dark Secret. An investigation into Klein's past revealed dark facts. Years ago, his ex-wife accused him of domestic violence, but the case was hushed up. There were rumors of other incidents that never reached the police. Sarah discovered that all the victims had a connection with Klein. Emily interned at his company, Mark bought tools from his shop, and Lisa helped out at its charity event. With a warrant, the police searched his country house. In the basement, they found a secret room with trophies: Emily's locket, Mark's watch, Lisa's bracelet and other items, as well as tools that matched the wounds. Chapter 7. Exposure. Sarah and her team arrested Klein at his home. At first he denied everything, but when he saw the evidence, he broke down. He admitted that he killed out of hatred for his ex-wife, seeing her traits in the victims.